And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, homie regardless, And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, I'm just getting started, let's go. My skin is pale, but I'm a black sheep, riding through the city, Satan in the backseat. Hey yo, that's me, I run it like a track meet, a rap fiend, I set the bar high like an athlete. Step in the booth and Zach gon' drop that 808, cause the vibe is dope and the beat is cracking, now it's getting laced. I'm sharp as a razor blade, I can blow your mind like JFK. I do what I want, you ain't gonna box me in like David Blaine. We get it poppin', homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way of life. I got tunnel vision, I'ma chase that ray of light.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a new LEGO military project. Today we have the F-18F Super Hornet. I don't know if you are a fan of the Top Gun movie, but if you are watching this video, probably yes. And probably you also know that very soon will be out the Top Gun 2 movie. So I'm really excited, and we have the main aircraft that you will see in the movie, or you have seen in the movie, depending on when you are watching this video, if before or after the movie release. Here you have the LEGO version. You have already seen some photos before, so I will not spend so much time on the exterior of the aircraft, but only on the functionalities, as we usually do in the other videos. Before starting, as usual, I would like to remind you that here in the right top corner you can find a playlist with more projects like this one. So if you like the F-18 Super Hornet, you can check also the others. Just for example, we have the F-14 Tomcat, that was the main aircraft of the previous Top Gun movie, just saying. Or we also have something different like Star Wars, Star Trek, Halo. So check also the playlist here or also in the caption of the video. As a second reminder, if you find bright green parts in the project, these parts are usually not visible like here, so you can change them with any other color. Or like this one, you can change the style with any other you prefer. Here I choose something I like, but you can choose something else. As I said before, you have already seen the overall shape. I really like how it turned out this aircraft, but let's check all the functionalities. I think we may start with the cockpit, is the first section. The cockpit of course can open. You have to remove this part here, move this one backward by one, and then you can open up until the end. And this is what you have inside, and this is how it looks like with the cockpit open. Love it. Inside we have the space for the minifigures, because as usual this is in minifigure scale. Here we have the pilot and the co-pilot, Maverick, if you want to make a Top Gun reference, but of course you can use the pilot you prefer. And we can place them inside, but before placing the minifigure, I would like to show you the inside better. So let me hide for a second the top of the cockpit. And here you can see we have many instruments. As I told you before, you can change them with anything you prefer. I like these instruments here, but you can use others. We have also levers and, you know, it's quite detailed. Here you may not see it, but we also have an HUD head-up display present here. And now we can finally add our pilot here and the co-pilot here on the back. Okay, now that we have the pilots inside, we can finally close it again. At this point you can also move this one here again, and we have it closed with the pilots inside. Now what we can analyze, some details that maybe you didn't notice in the photos. On the front we have some antennas here on the sides that maybe you didn't notice. Here we have the beacon lights, green for the right and red for the left. They are present both here and also here on the wings. We also have other two beacon lights here on the top of the tail. Of course you can move here the flaps. These can go down for landing position, maybe we can keep it this way. We also have them here on the tail. These can of course move right and left. We can also move the tail here. Let me see. Of course, here on the program is a little bit more tricky than in real life, but you can move this one as well. Then we have more details here that maybe you didn't notice. These are little hatches that you can actually open. They are auxiliary air intakes for the engines. We have one here and one here. These can open as well, and maybe you didn't notice. Now we have the wings closed because this is an aircraft carrier machine. To save space, they usually can fold the wings, but now we can unfold them, so you can see the beautiful aircraft with the wings open. You have already seen the photos, so again I'll not spend so much time. But we also have ailerons here that can move. This one goes up and down. We also have on the back the engines. These can open and close, of course. This is the engine. As you may see, is the same one you have in the project. Something like this. Or it can be closed. Something like this. Again, we have more details here on the bottom. Of course, the landing gears can close, and this is something that we will check very soon, don't worry. But first, here we have the arresting hook for the aircraft carrier. This one can, now it's in open position for the landing, but of course we can close it this way. Before checking the landing gears, another little detail I would like to show you here, the air intakes. I think they turned out pretty nice, I love them. But okay, we can start with the landing gears, with the front one as usual. That usually is the easiest one to fold, but this time is a bit more tricky. First thing to do, I was not able to add the vaulting inside the machine because of course it's in Lego. You have to remove the catapult hook. This one is needed to push the aircraft on the catapult. So this one have to be removed, so we have to remove it, but everything else can fold inside. First thing, very easy and obvious, we have to fold this one inside the fuselage, this way. Then we can close this part of the cockpit. Remember that these work just like the real one, so we have one here and two little hatches on the front. Now we can close the hatch here and the other one on the other side. Okay, so this is with the front hatches closed, and then we can close this one as well. To close this one, we have first to move this one step forward, and at this point you can move this one a little bit inside, then we can rotate this one a little bit, push this one a little bit more inside up until the end. At this point you can finally close this one inside this way. And now it's time to close also the back landing gears. You make this one straight up like this. At this point we have to rotate the landing gear. This one can be disconnected from this position, so you can disconnect it and you reconnect it inside this way. Now we can finally close everything inside. You have simply to push this one down this way. And at this point, you have to simply close all the hatches we have. 1, 2, and 3. So you can see the difference closed and open. Last thing missing, of course here you can see pylons. These are for the payload. Where is the payload? The payload is here! Boom! Many weapons. As usual, I remind you that when you buy the project file for this aircraft, you also get my aircraft ordnance pack. Are all of these carried by the F-18 Super Hornet? Actually not. Here you can find NATO weapons, European weapons, Russian weapons, Chinese weapons. So here you can choose the one you prefer. Remember that the part list for the aircraft ordnance is for one of each kind. So let's say you want, I don't know, the Sidewinder. Here you can find two versions of it. Of the Sidewinder, maybe you like this one, you have to multiply the parts for one missile for how many do you want? 2, 4, 6, I don't know, it's up to you. You can choose the one you want, and who I am to tell you to not use, for example, Russian missiles. Maybe you are an ace combat fan, you can mix the weapons you want. You will get also this weapon pack with all the weapons I designed until now, and also the one I'll design in the future. Every time I add the new weapons, you will get the file and you can get new weapons. And then now, just as example, I added some of the weapons present in the weapon pack. I choose the Sidewinder because I think are the main missiles used now. Also some AMRAAMs that are other anti-air missiles. Power-wave bombs, a couple of them, just because we can, and the JDAM that are more heavier. Plus, here we have an external fuel tank. We have it in many dimensions. I choose the biggest one, but you can choose the one you prefer. Very nice, right? I hope you like it as much as me, and if yes, remember to leave a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, remember to subscribe and click on the bell to receive a notification when I upload a new video, but usually is always this day at this time, so you have more or less an idea on when I'll upload the videos. Remember that usually we also make live streams where we build these projects together, so if you are curious to know how I design them, you can find the live streams to, find some of my secrets in designing the machines. And also for today, that's all. See you again next time in a new video. Bye!